to my YouTube channel. My name is evalsametta, aka Sammy Sticks, aka that fresh, yummy, hot chocolate. Today's video, I'll be talking about living expenses in Germany as a student. This will be the breakdown of what I spend monthly as a student living in Germany. This would differ from person to person and also from city or state, because I live in Hessen, in Darmstadt precisely, and what I spend would be different from what someone who is living in Bavaria spends. Without further ado, let's delve right into today's video. First, I'll be starting with accommodation, how much I spend on accommodation. And the apartment where I stay is managed by the Studentenwerk Darmstadt, and it's one of the newest buildings in this district, and I pay a total of €415.27, and this covers the heating system, water, electricity, and the Wi-Fi. This is all inclusive. You know, in Germany there are some places where you rent and heating or energy or water might not be included in the rent, but in my case it's included in my rent. So that's how much I pay on a monthly basis, €415.27. Now, feeding, I mean, we all like food. I love food. I mean, that way I stay fresh and healthy. So on my groceries, I spend a total of €150, sometimes less, sometimes a little above €150. I do like the grocery shopping at Rewe or Aldi or Lidl, as the case may be, and I also have to go to the African store where I get some African food. I mean, I'm an African, I can't do without my food. You know, I don't always eat like the food here, but I just try to have a mix of both, so I don't have to spend so much, and I don't really, you know, eat out. I cook all my food in the house to save cost, you know. So yeah, that's how much I spend on groceries, €150. This includes both the groceries I get from the regular supermarket and also the African store. Also, I use Picnic, which is like also like an online supermarket where you go on the app, you know, you order whatever you want and then it's delivered to your doorstep. Trust me, it's really advantageous, especially during the German winter. You don't want to go out and, you know, go into the cold and then you forget your gloves and then you have to lift 10 kg of groceries and come back home. It's really stressful. It saves you time and, you know, lots of stress. And yeah, so that's what I do most of the time. I just order on Picnic and it's brought to my doorstep. It will be my mobile internet. So I use O2, which is like the best network in Germany, and I spend a total of €15 monthly on my mobile data. So with €15 I have 18 gig and free calls and SMS, and it actually takes me for the whole month, because whenever I'm at home I get to use my Wi-Fi, so I don't really use the mobile data except when I go out of my home and I'm at somewhere where I can't access internet, then I have to switch to my mobile data. So yeah, I spend €15, which is like really good, and the network is actually good. Wherever you go, there's always the O2 network. So next on my list will be my health insurance. So this is a little bit dicey because I work currently with a company at the airport, and they pay half of my health insurance, but in the total the health insurance costs €180, which the health insurance pays part of it and I pay part of it. So it's a total of €180, and I currently use Alka health insurance, and so far they've been good. I haven't got a reason to complain. So this is that part where you smash the subscribe button and also share. That way we get a wider audience. As you all know, this is a growing channel. Also, you could do well to leave those comments. I love to read your comments and get your feedback on the video, and also suggestions on videos you would like to see. And if you're yet to follow me on Instagram, I really don't know why you're not following me on Instagram. Do well to follow me at some mistakes. And if you have a question or whatever it is, just send me a DM and you'll be sure to get a response. Now let's get back into the video. Next will be entertainment. So this has to do with your Netflix, Prime Video, your Spotify subscription or Apple Music, whichever you use. All of your entertainment falls under this category. So you as a student, you can also get the discount for Spotify and Apple Music, and you don't have to pay the full fee because you're a student, so you get discount. So I usually just round it up for 50 euros what I spend on all of my entertainment. Sometimes it's less. To be the broadcasting fee, which is known as ZDF. So this is a fee which you pay whether you own a radio or television. It's compulsory you pay this fees. So it's usually paid on a monthly basis, but I live in a shared apartment, so I and my flatmates, we do just pay for 3 months instead of paying on a monthly basis. So for 3 months we pay 27 euros 50 cents. So you don't always have to get messages from them that for your monthly ZDF. So we just pay 3 months in advance and we save ourselves the hassles of getting unnecessary messages or letters in our mailbox. Also, I put miscellaneous as 50 euro. This can be any expenses that might just come up sometimes, like I go out with friends on weekends and we might just decide to chill at some place, have a few drinks, eat, and just catch up on fun time. So we don't have, because you're not always working, so once in a while it's always good to just chill out with your friends, have some fun and then rejuvenate and get back to work or school, as the case may be. So I always put like 50 euros for this, and I don't have to spend so much on this, because when we are all together, when we go out together, we have more money, to spend than when it's just you going out alone, So, but if you're the kind of person who parties frequently, clubs, eat out a lot, trust me, you're going to be spending so much money. The last part of what I also spend, because I'm sure you might be wondering, don't you move around? Yes, I move around. Transportation wise, so you have the S-Bahn, the RB, the ICE, the bus, the tram. Yes. So the good thing about being a student in Germany is, like for example, in my university we have the semester ticket, and this semester ticket covers the transportation around the state of Hessen and some neighboring cities close to Hessen. In my university we pay a total of 338 euros 18 cents per semester, so that is 6 months interval. So every 6 months we pay this fee, and it covers our transportation and also covers the transportation around Germany. If you're wondering what the semester ticket looks like, this is what it looks like. And also we have like a photo card where your face is on the card, and that way they could identify you. I always carry this card wherever I go, in my pocket or in my bag, because you have some people who regularly check these things, and if you don't have this card and you get on a public transport, you have a fine of 60 euros, which I talked about in an earlier video I posted. You have a fine of 60 euros to pay, which, trust me, is a lot when you're broke as a student. So that's a lot of money to pay. So we always carry this, and trust me, this saves a lot of cost, because I once checked the transportation as a regular person, like what you spend, and it's a lot, but as a student we don't spend so much on ticket. You can imagine in the semester ticket we go around Germany. Like if I want to travel to Bavaria, to Cologne, to Munich, to name wherever part in Germany, I can use this card to travel to all of these places without paying any extra fee, except I want to use an ICE, which is not covered by this card. So, but aside the ICE, this card covers every other train or tram or bus in any city you go to, and also in your city. Brings me to a total of 865 euros 95 cents I spend in a month. Sometimes it's less, depending on my expenses, and sometimes it's higher. It all depends. Like we all know, things are getting really expensive in different parts of the world, inflation and all of those things. So it's advisable to cut costs on your expenses, so you don't go broke as a student, because you're also here to learn, so you don't end up doing so much work and then leaving your education to suffer. So that's what I spend on a monthly basis. I would love to know what you spend in different cities, maybe the minimum or maximum amount you spend. You can leave it in the comment section, and I will be checking each and every comment just to know. And also, when you do so, try to put in like the city where you stay or the state where you stay, and so we can also compare prices for other people who might be new students who might be going to different cities, so they can have an overview of what they're expected to spend in a month. This brings me to the end of this video. I really wanted this video to be short. I hope it's not long. See you on the next one. Cheers.